It's Zach Dillon from KDWB. We're in the studio with Carrie Clifford.
Hello.
She is from Fresh Thyme. She's a dietitian. Of course, with the new year, when we think about the new year, we think of resolutions and we think about making better choices and being more active and balanced lifestyles. And Fresh Thyme should really be a part of that because that helps in all of that. More than half of the resolutions this year are health and fitness related, and about 80% of us will give up our resolutions by February. That is sad, Carrie.
Yeah.
It's very
so
sad.
I'm here to help.
You're the corporate dietitian and spokesperson for Fresh Thyme Farmers Market, talking about cleaning up your diet and tiptoeing into the organic food, which is great. If you're new to organic, you might be wondering, what does that mean? Like, we've heard it a lot, right? We've heard organic. Well, it has a health halo, and many people don't know why it's important. Carrie, that's why you're here. You're the registered dietitian. You're the pro at it. I'm the radio guy. So inform us all of your thoughts on organic and what exactly does organic mean?
Yeah. So many people make those New Year's resolutions that are like calorie based or going to the gym more. But one of the best things you can do is maybe tiptoe into organic. So really thinking about organic produce, organic meat, organic dairy products. And what that means is that the plant was actually grown without synthetic pesticides, fertilizers, genetically modified crops. So really it means that it was grown in kind of a better environment. That doesn't mean you have to like go to the store and do 100% organic. So I'll tell you about some of the things you can do to start slow.
So Fresh Thyme obviously has, I mean, I've walked through the store many of times, and last year we did a Facebook Live there, and it was great because there's just so many different options. I mean, you've got like a fresh bakery, and you've got like fresh everything. It's Fresh Thyme, so it better be fresh. But tell me more about Fresh Thyme's organic offerings, like specifically at Fresh Thyme. Like if I were someone who had never walked into Fresh Thyme before, where would I go? Like what do you got?
Yeah. So we like to say we have like over 5,000 different types of organic items.
That's a lot.
But what we pride ourselves on and why this dietitian is easily to talk about Fresh Thyme is that like 30 to 40% of our store is actually fresh produce, which is what most of your plate should be made up of to be healthy anyways. So it kind of is easier to shop. We're a little bit smaller of a store, so it's not overwhelming. And then also, like you said, you can get everything there. So not just produce like you'd think of a traditional farmer's market. You can really get breads and pastas and dairy products and a huge vitamin and body care section that I brought you some stuff from today.
I know. It's so great. Should I bring that up now, or should we get into the Dirty Dozen list? Because
let's talk about that
Dozen?
Dirty Dozen. Yeah.
Okay. So the Dirty Dozen list, I would assume for 2018, it's more similar for 2019, right? Nothing's changed?
Yeah, nothing's really growing in Minnesota.
Tell me about the Dirty Dozen list, because I see them here, and I like all of them.
Yeah.
So is that a good thing?
Yep. So what's great about organic from the Dirty Dozen is it's 12 different produce items that you can start buying organic, and it's because of the way they're grown, whether it's on the ground, whether you eat them fresh or you don't eat the skin. So examples of those would be like fresh strawberries, if you want to feed the kids, organic could be better. Also thinking of like spinach or apples where you're going to just bite right into the skin. Even potatoes because they grow on the ground and you tend to eat the skin on those. Tomatoes, nectarines, which sometimes aren't in season this time of year. But some of those things you really want to think about how you're eating them.
And now I see celery.
Yep.
So how is it, like, if that's part of the Dirty Dozen, like, I love the peanut butter, and you brought the peanut butter in, and let me try to find it. Do you have the peanut butter?
I have it.
Yeah, so that, you make that in store.
Yep.
And that's just literally nuts.
Yeah.
Like, that's
so,
it.
What's awesome is, like, even going past organic, if you are trying to start on a healthier path for 2019, is just looking at the ingredients that you're including. So, literally, this peanut butter is ground in the store. This whole thing is like $3, and the ingredients are dry roasted peanuts.
That's it. I mean, there's nothing else in there.
Yeah.
So, if I wanted to do the celery and the peanut butter,
great option.
Healthy way, organic, of course, and
getting
great.
A little protein in there and healthy fats.
I also see on the Dirty Dozen list, and you hadn't mentioned it yet, but I think you were waiting for me to mention it, is the sweet bell peppers.
Yeah.
And that is one of my favorites. Outside of onions, peppers are my favorite. And the red, the green, the yellow. Give me an orange one, too, right?
Yep.
I love all the peppers. Now, they made the list. Why did they make the list?
Well, so the people that picked it is the environmental working group. They're the people that decide this list every year. But really, peppers are ones that are easily hit by pesticides and also critters or bugs that like them. So really getting the organic ones means they were grown better.
So you want to make sure you get the organic bell peppers.
Yeah, especially
Okay.
because you eat them, you slice them up and eat them fresh too.
Then there's a subtopic here that actually includes hot bell peppers, like the hot ones.
Yep. Yeah, and those sometimes depending on the seasonality, but same thing with the way they're grown. You want to go organic.
I know some people like hot stuff. I'm not. I don't really like. Mild to me is a little bit hot.
So these plantain chips.
Ooh, yes.
We also have like thousands of Fresh Thyme brand stuff, and these are chili picante.
Now she showed me these before we jumped on this video blog, and I said, no, open them so we can do the live reaction because I've never had these before in my life. They're plantain chips, Fresh Thyme, Farmers Market plantain chips, chili picante. Now, is this going to be too hot for me though?
I don't think so.
Okay. Oh wow, that is an interesting texture, but the flavoring is amazing.
Yeah, with
And
the
it's not
little
hot.
guac, it's very good.
Oh, well, as our buddy John was saying before this, add guac to anything.
Yeah, makes it taste
We
great.
could dip strawberries into guac, and somehow it would taste good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Clean 15.
Yeah.
The Clean 15 list.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you could walk through some of those items, that'd be great.
Yeah, so hey, avocados are one. Also things like oranges, bananas, pineapples, anything where the skin is actually on to protect the produce from those pesticides getting in. You probably don't really need to worry about getting organic just because, again, the way it's grown.
Okay. So I see pineapples are on that list, my favorite fruit.
Yes.
And I see onions are on that list, my favorite vegetable.
Yep.
So
Same thing.
now
Same.
I eat an abnormal amount of onions, as anyone would back me up on that here. Onions are good for you?
Oh, yeah. So something that we just recently learned about the digestive tract, you have actually a small school bus inside your body with a tennis court's worth of surface area in there. And what's great is onions have a special kind of fiber, prebiotic fiber, that keep you really healthy and things regular.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. That explains a lot. So asparagus is on here too, and I love asparagus. All of these on the list obviously are great for you, but some of these, like, they're just everyday things that you would have, but when you get them, you just realize that they're a lot healthier than you might have realized.
Mm-hmm.
What about organic poultry, eggs, meat, dairy, that type of thing?
Yes, so that was something that I made the change to last year. It really just has to do with the antibiotics that were given to the animal and how the animal was fed. And if you really care about, it might really help how the animal was living. So, organic chicken, organic grass-fed beef, organic cow's milk for the kids.
Okay.
Really, those are
I
good
have
things.
some of the, this I guess falls under this, but when you brought this bacon in,
Yeah.
there's nothing greater in the world besides A, the smell of bacon, but also B, the taste of bacon. But what you brought me was no nitrates or nitrates added.
Yeah.
Which
So-
that's important.
It really is. So, we all thought maybe we shouldn't eat too much bacon. What we learned is that the nitrates that are added to foods like that,
Got it.
aged meats, those are the things that if we eat a lot, they're associated with cancer. So, you want to avoid those in bacon and in beef jerky.
Cue the beef jerky. So yeah, she brought me this as well, and this is natural beef jerky, peppered, which I'm sure tastes delicious, but this has no added nitrates.
Yep.
And what are the what is a nitrate? So for people that are just buying this normally and they're having the nitrates in it, like what does that exactly do?
So it adds shelf life to it. So the food
So it's like a
manufacturer,
preservative,
they're
yep.
trying to make it last longer. And that's the one that really is not the best for you. And so at Fresh Thyme, most of our products don't have 100 ingredients that we have put on the no-no list.
Right. That's great. That brings us to clean. When we talk about clean, what does clean really mean?
So there's no FDA regulated definition, whereas organic is very regulated by the USDA. So clean, it could mean you just cleaned off the surface of it. But at Fresh Thyme, what that really means to us is it doesn't have 100 ingredients that we consider not to be the healthiest for you. I picked out 4 that you and I can chat about, that all those things I brought you today are awesome examples of those.
Are we talking about this?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is very interesting. I never knew pasta came in chickpeas, like made of chickpeas. But this is a lot healthier than, like, say, going to the store and getting regular wheat pasta or whatever, right?
Yeah. So that is gluten-free, has a lot more protein and a lot more fiber. So what's great there is that it doesn't have those 100 ingredients. Some of those being like high fructose corn syrup, artificial colors, the nitrates, so things like that.
So you probably don't recommend soda then, huh?
Not too often.
And then this is cool because, and I wanted to put this on the video too, because I feel like a lot of people that listen and that support KDWB, there are a lot of families.
Yeah.
And even including myself, I've got an almost 7-year-old, he'll be 7 on Sunday, and almost a 5-year-old, and they eat a ton of cereal. I mean, and for breakfast, it's like, what do you want? Cereal.
Yeah.
And most of the time it's like Lucky Charms or like, things that probably aren't the best for you. But you got the Fruity Unicorn O's that look like any of the other fun cereals.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have all the garbage in it,
yeah.
Per se.
So with the cereals, you want to watch out. Those really, really bright colors are man-made. So ours are all free of artificial colors, and actually they are colored with turmeric, radishes, blueberries, beets, things your kids would never know.
And the great part about it is that, like, you don't have to go into detail with your kids.
Right.
Just give it to them, and it doesn't taste any different.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, it might taste a little better. Too.
Yep. And then
it's
feel
better for them.
Yeah, exactly.
The next thing I wanted to bring up was, you've given us so much great information already today and what we've done, but before we go, let's talk about what listeners should watch out for. So or viewers or whatever they're doing, how they're listening to this right now. What would you say, like, top 4 things?
Yeah. So the hydrogenated oils, that's one you should watch out for in peanut butter, actually.
Okay.
It has to be listed on the label. And what that does is it raises that bad cholesterol, and they added it to food years ago to make them last longer. So just really not good for you. Second one is those nitrates that you find in aged meat products.
Yep.
Third one is those artificial colors that, again, you find those in cereals. You find those in a lot of the drinks that are super bright colored. And then the last one is that high fructose corn syrup, which is just a modified corn syrup that has been associated with lots of different health conditions.
Well, that's good. So watch out for those 4 things. And, of course, when you go to Fresh Thyme, you're not going to see those 4 things.
Exactly.
I'm sure many of you listening have heard of these before, but Carrie, share with us why these items are such a hot topic today. Why are these on the watch out list? So, like, the artificial colors, like, why are we watching out for that?
Yeah, so the FDA does a great job of regulating ingredients in the food supply, and things like this are generally regarded as safe. However, we are learning more and more about nutrition as the days and years go on, and why not pick the healthier option?
Yeah.
I like to say look for things that your great-great-grandparents would recognize, or things that have less than 7 ingredients. That really means you're getting a product that's closer to
if you have to read through ingredients, it takes you 10 minutes to read through. It's probably not best for you, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I remember we had neighbors that switched, like, all organic and, like, nothing fake, nothing what was made man-made or whatever. And they noticed, like, and there may not be any, technical background on this, but they noticed that their kids, like, temper tantrums were very limited. They were, like, better behaved, and, like, just a total change in, like, just life when they made the switch. So it was pretty interesting to see.
Yeah, nutrition goes a long way.
Thanks, Carrie. You've given us a lot of great information regarding clean eating and going organic. For more health and wellness information, FreshThyme.com, great website. You can find your closest Minnesota location. There is 9.
Opening up 9.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So by the time you watch this and hear this, there'll be 9 because the new location's where?
Rochester.
Oh, in Rochester. Okay. Yeah. And there's one, I know there's one in Savage because that's where I live.
Yep.
And that's the closest one to me. It's like 2 miles from my house. And then there's one in Bloomington, which I've been to, as we mentioned before. And there's 7 other ones now. So FreshThyme.com, that's FreshThyme.com, FreshThyme.com. You can find your closest Fresh Thyme Farmers Market. Carrie, thanks for coming in. Anything else you want to add?
No, thanks for having me, and happy 2019.
Well, and thanks for bringing all this stuff to me.
Yeah, you guys have snacks.
Now I got to be healthy.